Hi, I'm Deb, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Yoga Bites with Deb. I have been doing some painting, and I've noticed I'm taking my time, but my legs get really tired. My knees start to swell from all the standing and staying in one place. My hips are tight. And so I thought it would be nice to relieve some of that discomfort by doing a practice that uses the wall. So bring your mat right up against the wall. You might need a block. If you have tight hips, you might find benefit to use the block. Um, Otherwise, you don't need any props. And so join me on the mat. So we're going to start with legs up the wall pose. Some of you might like to use a block. And if you get up into the pose without the block and you realize you have really tight hamstrings, your hips are hurting, you need to elevate yourself, use a block or maybe grab a bolster or a cushion that you can just prop your hips up a little bit. I'm not going to use the block today, so I'm just going to place it off to the side. Legs up the wall pose, always a graceful pose to get into. Scoot yourself up as close to the wall as you can. Really nice and close. I have my headrest close by because I like to have my head rest on it. And then I'm just going to lay back, draw my belly in, strong core will help, and swing my legs up and get as close to the wall as you can. If you need to wiggle around until you get there, then go right ahead and do that. And then I'm just going to place my headrest behind my head. So here we are, legs up the wall pose, very restorative pose. Your legs get to rest on the wall, so let them rest and surrender. So this is great if you've done a lot of standing, if you have varicose veins. It can provide some relief for our knees here. So get comfortable, allow your eyes to close, and let's just focus on our deep breathing, our deep belly breathing. So maybe place your hands on your belly so you can connect with the breath. Slow, deep breaths. Inhaling, maybe count the breath for a count of 5. And exhale for a count of 5. And with each breath, just try and surrender and relax a little bit more. If you notice your mind wandering, bring your attention back to the breath, back to your belly rising and falling. Then we're going to take one leg and we're just going to slowly let that leg come all the way down. Let it go as far down as it will. And make sure you're comfortable. If you need to prop yourself up to make it more comfortable, my leg doesn't quite reach the ground here. I feel comfortable, so I'm okay, but if you don't, put a pillow there. And then once again, focus on your breath. Stay relaxed. And gently drawing the belly in, bringing that leg. Feel free to help it up. And then allow the other leg to come all the way down, possibly to the ground. Relax and focus on your breath. And belly's drawn in. Feel free to help that leg all the way back up to center. And then we'll come into a little squat. So place your feet on the mat. On the wall. Feet on the wall. Bring your knees as close to you as you comfortably can. Just take a couple of breaths here. Maybe you feel some release for the low back. And then we're going to bring the feet, the knees together, extend those arms out at shoulder level, gently drawing our belly in. We're going to take a twist and allow both our knees to fall to one side. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat, your chest shining up towards the ceiling. If you want your head to turn in the opposite direction of the knees, you can, or just keep it gazing up at the ceiling. You might also choose to take one hand and just rest it on top of those knees, those thighs, just to kind of anchor them down. That might make it feel a little bit more comfortable. And then we simply focus on the breath, counting, inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. With that belly drawn in, bring those feet back up onto the wall, into a little squat. Nice breath in and out. And then with the belly gently drawn in, allow both knees to come over to the other side, maybe placing your hand on top of the thigh, maybe turning your head in the opposite direction of the knees, just what feels good. Gently drawing the belly in, slowly bringing the feet back up to center. And then you're going to allow the soles of your feet to come together and the knees to go a little wider apart. And you can relax here, or you could take your hands and just gently press those thighs away from you. Make sure, though, you're able to relax and you feel comfortable. So my elbows are rested into the mat, so this works for me. And again, focusing on that breath, softening your body. Maybe just following that flow of the breath, the belly rising and falling, your body gently opening up a little bit more. And then we're just going to bring the knees together. Belly is in, bring the legs gently up. And then we're just going to allow our legs to open up nice and wide as is comfortable for you. For some of us, this might be as wide as you go. For me, I have very flexible open hips. My legs go very wide. That might not be you. That's okay. And again, maybe hands rest on the belly now, and we can just connect with that deep belly breathing. And then you might take your hands and gently help bring those legs back up to center. And then we're going to do something to open the hips a little bit. You're going to take one leg, flex the foot, cross the ankle over the thigh. Maybe you just take your right hand and push that thigh away. Maybe that's good enough. Or start to bend the extended leg. Bend that knee, place that foot on the mat. That'll get into your hips a little bit. Some of you might lower your foot comes even lower. For me, this is pretty good. My hips are tight. You can take your hand and gently, again, press that thigh away from you. Try not to be forceful. And again, just focus on that breath and soften as much as you can. And then slowly extend that leg up. Extend the other leg up. Maybe a little shake side to side. And then flex the other foot, cross the ankle over the thigh. Belly's gently in. Bend the other knee. Placing your foot onto the wall. Maybe your hand gently presses the thigh away, the bent knee thigh away. And then find some relaxation. So you just find your edge. You might open up and be able to go deeper as you hold here, but you don't have to go too deep right away. Now focus on that breath and relax. Inhale for a count of 5. And exhale for a count of 5. And then slowly extend the legs back up. And we're just going to point those toes and flex the feet. Inhale to point, exhale to flex. And then if you like, you could wind the ankles around and wind them in the other direction. And then you could stay here as long as you like. Or if you're ready to end your practice, bend those knees, gently roll to one side. And let's just take our time. Take a pause, a nice big inhale. Sigh it out. And then very slowly, come on up. Have a seat. And that was our yoga practice for today using our wall. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Namaste.